When we who grew up with Dick Gregory, first seeing him on television, you know, the Jack Parr show, other TV shows, we knew him as a comedian. Then we look up one day, and then there's the Dick Gregory Bahamian diet. And Dick Gregory now has lost tremendous amounts of weight, and he's become a health guru. And then, of course, there's Dick Gregory, the political human rights activist. Dick, I'm gonna start like very early on, and that is, you were born St. Louis, Missouri. What year?
Missouri.
What year?
October the 12th, 1932, 75 years ago.
So you're 75 years old now. So this, and we should point out, this is the 2nd of May, 2007.
Yes.
I need to point that out because who knows what year this will be viewed. And what was your childhood life like? What was life like for you in St. Louis? How many brothers and sisters, how many siblings did you have?
It was 6 of us in the family, 4 boys and 2 girls.
How many siblings
I had 3
are
brothers
now alive?
and 2 sisters.
Still with you?
All but one.
Really?
My oldest brother, yeah. He would be alive now, but he's kind of hard-headed. He wouldn't stop smoking. He had lung cancer, colon cancer, rectum cancer, brain cancer. I mean, cigarettes just. And so I was with him about a year before he died. He said, "Man, you got to die from something," you know. So I've never pushed my stuff on nobody. But let me just tell you this. He was cool. Wait a minute. But he was cool. He said, "I said, okay, let's make a deal. My problem is that I hear people talk like you, and then when the pain hit them, I got to listen to them scream. If you promise me that when the end comes, you won't be moaning and groaning, you say in a very quiet voice, 'I got to die from something.'" So I went to the hospital the day before he died. I carried him a carton of Coos. I said, if they take this oxygen off of you, and he did. He died, didn't say a mumbling word. He winked. And
how old was he when he passed away?
He was 73. 73.
You smoked a lot.
4 packs a day. I smoked more than him when I was
4
smoking.
packs of cigarettes a day. And a habit you developed from your older brother? Just a habit you developed?
My older brother, man, he's a year older than me. Ain't nobody smoked when they was 2 years old. I developed my habit from the movies. White folks in the movies smoked.
You thought it was cool?
They thought it was cool. They didn't fight. They didn't hit nobody after they want to fight. You know, I noticed the guy in the movie that got beat up, he didn't light up. The guy that whooped him lit up. The guy that got shot didn't light up. The guy that shot him lit up. It was, let me tell you what they did with cigarettes, man. They don't have Indian movies like they used to have them. It was like 3 times a week you'd see cowboys and Indians. The Indians never smoked, man. And it wasn't because they wasn't smoking because Hollywood thought it was a health thing. You don't smoke if you're so far down in that totem pole. If you looked at black folks in the movie back then, Mantan, Moreland, Stedman, they didn't smoke. Smoking was a bonus, and it was a white thing, and it was a cool thing. And Frankenstein didn't smoke, did it? Ugly folks don't smoke. That's the viciousness of Hollywood that most folks don't understand. That unconscious thing that you see there. Man, I wanted to drink so bad because my heroes was drinking. They'd walk in the bar and say, "Give me a sarsaparilla." And not till I was a grown man that I know sarsaparilla was a herbal tea. It wasn't no whiskey at all. And so, but that's what the movie put in your head. And they give you Tarzan. Africans were savages. And you see, one of the problems, let me just skip up here and then come back. One of the problems we have with the black community, we got black folks who think because they black they're in authority, and because white folks let them feel that way. If you have a brain tumor, man, I don't operate on your head just because you my man and I love you. But in the black community, we say, okay, and then we think just because we black and went through some experiences, Shit, if you had cancer, you don't operate on yourself. But that's the disrespect we have, and this system have made us have for one another.
All right, we'll take a break. We're going to continue. It is going to be Dick Gregory Unleashed, and we've just unleashed him. We'll continue. Dick Gregory, what is and who is Dick Gregory? And I want to go back to St. Louis. I want to go back to this childhood. I want to go back to who your parents were. I want to go your father, your mother, your teachers. I mean, they say most of us are who we are based on our formative years. So what was Dick Gregory's formative years like?
Racist, that's who I am.
We'll talk about it right after this with Dick Gregory.